Are we live? Are we live? We back again, ladies and gentlemen. Can I be heard? Am I coming through clear? Yeah. Oh, man. Am I early for this video? Hell yeah, I'm early. It's all good. It's all good. I'm finally going to get the chance to react to the Dying Light 2 new gameplay and the release date. I have not seen the gameplay yet. I do know the release date, but I have not seen the gameplay yet. So this is exciting. Let me just share out the stream real quick. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button and also share out the stream if you wouldn't mind. So yeah, man. Dying Light. What can I say about Dying Light? The first one, of course, was one of my favorite brand new IPs of last generation. If it wasn't for Horizon Zero Dawn, it probably would be my favorite brand new IP. But those two are like interchangeable for me. You can kind of swap those out in and out depending on the day. You know what I'm saying? So I am very much looking forward to this one. And can't wait to see this new gameplay, man. I heard it was fantastic. Let me put this tweet out real quick. And then we're going to go live. I mean, we're going to get it started. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Yep, I already got that going. All right. Yep, I already got that going. Why is this not muted? Okay. Oh, they posted right. Okay. Perfect. Live again on these motherfuckers. I said I could just record this, but nah, we live again. Leaky in the building, what's good? Spencer Pauly, what's good? We back. Gianna Don, what's goody, my boy? We is back. We not playing no games. They said they wanted content from your boy. You gonna get content. Am I copping Dying Light 2? Is that a question? Dying Light 2? Dying Light 2 been bought since Dying Light 1 finished. Since I finished beating Dying Light 1, Dying Light 2 been bought. Easily. Done. Already happened. Let's get started, man. This video is like 30 minutes long, so I gotta get through this before the podcast. And this is in 4K too, so that's dope. Let me know if y'all can hear everything well. King Los, what's good? Kofi, what's good? Kofi said I better be on time for the podcast, doing all these live streams. Man, I show up when I feel like it. I think my contract ain't looking too good these days. I think I might, I think we need to talk about this contract. All right.
Hello, guys. Nice to meet you.
That was a test.
And this is Dying to Know. If you're dying to know what's going on in the world of Dying Light 2, then you're in the right place. Here we'll be showing you all the news, the latest from the Dying Light world. We'll be announcing a few contests. We'll be talking to developers. And probably most importantly, we're going to be showing you a brand new game.
I'm getting cyberpunk vibes with these episodes and the way it's set up, like the one girl with the yellow chair and shit. I don't know.
Gameplay trailer where you can see the current state of the Dying Light 2 game. But first, there's someone here I need to introduce you to. It's Aiden Caldwell.
I'm a pilgrim, an outcast.
He's the protagonist?
Roaming like a Japanese Ronin or an Old West desperado. My past is dark, but my future has a tiny, dying light at the end of this tunnel.
Bars.
Hello, guys. My name is Jonas Scott, and I voice Aiden Caldwell in Dying Light 2. But before that, I'm going to host this program with Leia, if you don't mind.
My pleasure.
Yeah, vaccinated?
Well, I'm ready. Jonah's definitely ready. And I hope you're ready.
So if you're dying to know, just like us, then stick with us.
They ain't socially distant. King Los, you ain't see this
The
yet?
story
Perfect.
told in Dying Light 2 occurs 20 years after the events of the first game. And if you're wondering what happened in those intervening 20 years, well, there's no better person to ask than the Dying Light 2 world director, Thomas Gabao, with who I'll be talking in just a moment.
And after that, I'll be speaking with Piotr Jamenek, the narrative director of the game, about the characters that appear in Dying Light 2.
Thomas Jabot.
Welcome to the show, Thomas. So the first question I have for you today is, do I need to have played Dying Light 1 to sort of understand what's happening in Dying Light 2?
No, actually, you don't. Like you mentioned before, a game takes place some 20 years later, in a world where humankind has lost the war to the virus. So,
Right.
in a way, you could say that Dying Light 2 takes us to the world beyond the apocalypse.
Intriguing. All right, tell me more, please.
Well, you remember the events of Heron in 2014. Well, after that, world leaders, they had a tough choice to make. They had to isolate the city of Heron.
Right.
For that, they created an exclusion zone. Like in Chernobyl, only a lot more people were left to die inside the walls.
Yeah, right. So they just isolated the entire city. And did it help? Did it stop the virus?
Yeah, for a while it worked. Enough for everyone to forget about it, at least. Only in secret, a handful of scientists continued to study the virus. You know, manipulating its DNA, creating new strains. They were looking for commercial and military applications. So, you know, they're doing it for the money, really.
Yeah, of course. So what happened next?
Well, next, the shit hit the fan. By Christmas 2021, one of these mutated strains escaped from a level 4 laboratory located near Geneva. We don't really know if this was accidental or not, but this time the virus was much faster than any government. Before the world could react, civilization was on the brink of collapse. People were dying in the streets, capital cities were burning. By the end of 2023, 98% of the population had been lost to the virus.
Damn.
There was a few settlements remaining, but only one city was still standing. The last bastion of mankind, our city, Villador, aka the city.
Right, so Villador is what we have left. So that's everything that's happened outside of the city. What actually happens inside Villador?
Well, the city has unique rules. First of all, it's surrounded by seemingly impassable walls. And inside the walls, the people that decided to use a radical new weapon against the infection, which actually gave them the upper hand in the first stages of the pandemic. But it also created terrifying new monster archetypes. 15 years on, a new equilibrium sort of emerged in the city. By daylight, human factions fight to control the city.
Oh, they down there
Night,
getting it
the streets
in.
become the realm of bloodthirsty, infected monsters.
Great. Well, that is extremely interesting. Thank you very much,
Get to
Thomas.
the
And we'll be
gameplay,
hearing
come
more about the
on.
vibrant and fantastic city soon, I hope. But first, I think we need to hear a little bit more about the characters.
Oh, man. I should have just watched the gameplay joint.
Our
Nah,
second
I gotta
guest
see
is
all
a man
this.
of two industries, cinema and gaming. In a previous life, he wrote the hit HBO series Vataha?
Vataha, yeah.
Vataha. And then he moved on to Techland to become a narrative director, Piotr Jamenek.
Hi, guys. Thank you.
So we have plenty of time to talk about the rest of the characters in Dying Light 2. There are tons of them. But today, I think we want to focus on Aiden Caldwell, the protagonist. You want to talk more about him? Or?
Yeah, sure. So, Aiden, he's the member of Outcasts, you know? The group of people traveling through this dangerous world of Dying Light 2, called pilgrims, because he's looking for his relative, the person whom he lost many, many years ago, and that person is his only memory from the past, and the only answer to whom Aiden really is.
Aiden is a really rich, deep character, very, very much cooler than I am.
Oh,
but-
Don't they know that the name Aiden is has a little bit of bad taste, a little bit, at least a little bad taste in the mouth with that Watch Dogs 1 game. But hopefully we don't get no downgrades.
Oh, come on.
I mean, he can run across buildings, jump from rooftop to rooftop, use all kinds of weapons.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
well,
parkour
you know,
looks
he didn't
fantastic.
have much choice. This world is full of infected, bloodthirsty creatures, so he didn't have much choice,
Facts,
right?
it's tainted.
The weak die, the strong survive, and Aiden, he just has to be strong. But why did he come like that? Why him? That's the main question of the game, and the player will have opportunity also to decide how Aiden will evolve. Will he help the weak? Will it distract him from his main goal? Or maybe he will just strive to the end of his search as soon as possible.
I can't imagine trying to survive or live in a city like that
as a lone wolf by yourself without any kind of support?
Well, he's not gonna be alone, you know. He will meet many people. But again, depending on the player choices, some of them will become his allies, but some of them will become his enemies. One of the group he will encounter are the Night Runners.
It's good nightlife.
The former special force officers who were sick of the army's cynicism and lack of concern for common people. But they were brave enough to help the people during the night. And the night, as you know, is pretty horrifying in the game.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
Aiden joins the
Yo, I remember in the first game, right? So when it becomes nighttime, like the enemies get more aggressive and certain enemy types come out at nighttime. I remember it got to a point in the first game where I would just go to back to the base, like when it's starting to get dark, and just go to sleep until the next morning, so I didn't have to deal with the nighttime. That's how crazy the nighttime was in this game, yo.
Night Runners?
Oh, that's the question, my friend. The player will have to answer too. I won't spoil the pleasure of discovering Aiden's actions and true motivations, but what I can share with you is the fact that we really put big effort to make this character and many others complex and multidimensional. But there is so much more to be discovered during the game.
Oh, that's fascinating. Can't wait to learn more. Thank you so much, Piet.
Thank you, thank you.
So
Vicky
before
said
we
I'm
watch
pussy.
the gameplay trailer of Dying Light 2 for the first time, we need to talk about something which is basically the center of the Dying Light universe.
See, King Los? I ain't the only one.
Over the past few years,
When I got
Dying Light
leveled
has
up,
amassed
though,
over
I was
23
fucking with that
million
nighttime.
players and a 95% positive review rating on Steam.
Which in Steam Talk is overwhelmingly positive, so bravo.
Yeah, we'd like to take a few seconds and thank you guys.
Thank you all for being on this journey with us. Thank you for sharing your love with others of Dying Light. And thank you for these great moments spent together.
Dying Light definitely one of the most
Dying Light
supported
1
games
has some
/ generation.
amazingly creative fans, which is fantastic, pardon the pun, because we're going to be starting a brand new contest which will combine your love of Dying Light with that same creativity.
Now, with the release date of Dying Light 2 drawing ever closer, we'd like to extend our hand and invite you to make the community a little bit bigger. If you find yourself skilled in the ways of visual arts, writing, or costumes and cosplay, please join the Dying Light universe.
So check out dyinglightgame.com/contest, and if you win, there's a fantastic monetary prize on the line. But also, there's some other great rewards you could be in with a chance with winning as well.
Like Platinum Edition of Dying Light. Look at this. This is the finest edition of Dying Light ever made. This is the Platinum Edition of Dying Light. This has every bit of content ever released for Dying Light in one place. It's massive. I mean, look at it.
For those of you who haven't experienced Dying Light yet, we are introducing Dying Light 1 Platinum Edition. It's the biggest and most complete edition to have ever existed.
And we're offering it to you now at an historically low price. All the content, lowest price.
It's literally no better time to buy than now, and you can get it on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Get your Platinum Edition of Dying Light now. This is the best offer, like, ever. I guess we don't have time to go over everything.
In terms of
that's in the
support, they
Platinum Edition,
deserve
but
people to
it is
buy
everything.
their shit. They've been
That's how it
supporting the
looks.
game, but it's like, goddamn, ain't nobody care about no damn Dying Light 1 right now. We want to. It's like, we appreciate you, but give us the sequel. Dying Light was the first big squad cop on PS4. Yeah, because it was co-op too. That's what made it even better. I don't want to hear nothing from Alex tonight. J-Main putting in work. Talk to him. Y'all gonna have to speak on it in the chat tonight. Let them know I'm getting it. You know what I mean? I'm getting to it. But that looked like the axe from God of War.
Okay, so I'm excited because you guys are in just a second gonna see the official gameplay trailer for Dying Light 2. And then after that, we're gonna interview some of the devs that made it possible.
So,
Nice.
without further ado, here it is.
Let's
Hey
go!
everyone, we've been quiet for some time, since, like the rest of the world, we had some unforeseen hurdles to clear. But the wait is over. Let's dive into the open world of Dying Light 2.
Tech win.
The last slice of Dying Light 2 showcased the mission from the main storyline.
You get after those fuckers.
You saw how your decisions influenced the narrative and notably changed the environment. This time, we want to give you a broader look at the game and a sneak peek at some of the things we'll be talking about in upcoming months.
Got a glider too? Look at Fortnite with the
In
influence.
Dying Light 2, you become Aiden Caldwell, an outsider trying to unravel a tangled mystery from his past. Its trail leads him to the city, probably the last bastion of mankind in the world.
Shit!
At first, you feel like this intense, brutal place will tear you apart. But then you meet the Night Runners, veteran survivors who help people in better days.
By the way, I'm Hakon.
You were a night runner. You used to help people, remember?
Night Runners are gone. Finished. A myth.
Oh, he bugging.
And although it's not entirely clear you can trust them, you need allies in the dark. And these are the modern Dark Ages. It's been 15 years since the apocalypse and the world has changed. The old civilization has fallen, but a new one has been built on its ashes. People fight desperately for scarce resources. Rules are broken, and weakness is punished.
She's innocent!
Oh,
Three factions
shit.
struggle for a
Damn.
position in the city. Survivors pride themselves on being able to adapt to any circumstances and cobble together safe zones.
This definitely looks
almost
like a last
everywhere.
gen game, visually.
Peacekeepers, loyal soldiers, who
'Cause it
compose
is.
their version of law and order.
I wonder if
and
it's gonna have a
trample
PS5
all in their
version.
path. Renegades,
Or an update.
ex-prisoners serving their ruthless colonel, seeking to become sole rulers of the city.
Where is Wolves? Make him tell me.
Use these factions to reach your goal. Help or harm them to reshape the city to your liking. Just remember, each faction contains complex characters.
Nosy Parker, ain't ya? Got some kind of bad habit of yours?
So, will you follow cold calculation or your heart?
The Bazaar needs good people. Help us and you'll find a home here.
Some in the city offer no chance for an alliance. Bandits, outlaws, and common thugs live only to plunder and kill, plunging the streets into chaos. Yet,
Man, that was
none
mad blood.
scares all of them equally.
Nighttime, get here. They out. Good night. Good luck.
Darkness changes the rules of the world. As the light fails, monsters crawl out of hiding to prey on the poor souls caught outside the safety of UV rays. Hordes of infected pour into the streets like decaying lava. The deadly spawn of 15 years of mutation and evolution.
Yo, these enemies look nuts. Freaks come out at night.
Only escape, exploit the city's
Looks good though.
verticality and
PS5
filthy
needs at
roofs.
least 60. Hell yeah.
Though even there, you are never safe from swift and deadly virals.
Damn, yo.
Or even greater threat. Yet night brings opportunity as well. Nests rife with infected during the day now lie empty.
Nah, you could explore.
To explore them, you must tread carefully. But those brave enough to face the terrors of the night can loot a jackpot. Luckily, you have all the tools you need to survive. Your
Parkour.
extraordinary parkour skills allow you to navigate even the most treacherous terrain.
Fire.
On the roofs, you can count on your parkour acrobatics to save your life. But often, you'll have to face your enemies head on. And then you have to be smart.
That's gonna be lit running away from them at nighttime with the parkour.
And determined. We've worked hard on the essence of our combat, making sure swinging a big, meaty weapon is fun, satisfying, and well executed.
Jesus.
But even the most brutal fights can
Oh,
be
the
tactical
dismemberment
as
is
well.
nice too.
You have
Of course.
multiple ways to hone your skills toward the gameplay style that suits you best.
Ooh.
It's up to you if you focus mostly on mobility and parkour, or aggressive, blunt force combat, or a crafty approach where the tools you've created get the job done. Every ability you learn can be a game changer and possibly a new favorite move.
Fire. That gameplay look
Things
lit.
move fast and quick in
Yes,
Dying Light.
sir.
Each moment matters. Each move could mean triumph or defeat. Choose your actions and friends carefully. Everything you do in the city can reshape the gameplay environment, change the course of the narrative, and decide the fate of the city's
Damn.
residents. But most importantly, you decide your own fate as well.
You're about to turn.
Make sure
What?
to stay human.
An extensive post-apocalyptic
Man, that
world.
look-
And I
that
really
look
like
great.
the divisiveness. You know, the life on the roof and then death on the streets.
Yeah, like the intensity of the day and the night cycle together.
It's almost like Dying Light 2 is two different games put together into one.
Yeah, like despite that, despite all the brutality going on the ground floor, there's something about like the rooftops and the plants. And
It's
stuff.
cozy.
Yeah, I kind of want to be there. But it does feel like every decision is vital. Like your choices actually do have some consequences.
Choices and consequences are incredibly vital to Dying Light 2's gameplay. And we're going to interview some devs and talk about some other very vital gameplay mechanics. Our next guest is Adrian Pizza-Szewski.
I'm assuming that was the gameplay trailer. Okay, yeah, it was. Yeah, man, that was fire. That was fire.
Welcome, and that gameplay looked awesome. I know we can't wait to get our hands on it, but congrats.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like you guys have a very unique world and a very unique game. Where y'all get your inspiration from?
Oh, that was a research. We did a deep dive into the history of our world, and we found repetitive patterns. We found that people use the same behaviors in the past after the fall of civilization or after the fall of the nation that's supposed to be a backbone of our world. So our approach was super simple. We just copycat those behaviors and attitudes and show you how our world would look like after the fall. However, it's kind of obvious that the main reason that civilization fall is virus pandemic or eventually the economical collapse. Yeah, that's basically obvious thing. But it's even darker if you connect those things with the research we did at the beginning of the production.
Sound like you talking about the
So
real world right
people
now.
will question everything. They're gonna blame everything and everyone that's supposed to guide us in our lives every day. So they're gonna blame governments, they're gonna blame law, they're gonna blame science, or even religion. Some people might ask themselves that, where was God when it happened to us, basically, you know? So I feel that all of those things together creates the sensation that it's a giant step backward for our civilization.
So, Dying Light 2 has a subtitle, Stay Human. What does that mean?
What's good, Romy?
It's super hard to remember
Okay, Smooth
those
getting clapped
values
over there.
that makes us human. So like
He ain't beating
compassion
that shit.
or support. So The entire fall, those dark times we have, is a big test for everyone. And I think it's even harder test because to stay human, people would sacrifice what's the most important for them, or sometimes risk their lives.
Wow, so that's like really intense. And there's like the obvious like double meaning to it, which is what I was thinking. Stay human, don't become a zombie.
Yeah, but one disclaimer, those are not zombies, you know, those are infected people that turn to be a monster. They're just crossing a line, you know, and they're turning to be a monster, you know. Because in Dying Light, we all infected. Yeah, we all wearing this biomarker, you know, Aiden, you're wearing this, I'm wearing this. That's a watch, actually, but you know this, you know, so that's
At least they didn't call them something like freakers.
Is to not cross this line at all costs, so that's the biggest challenge of staying human in this meaning.
I see, yeah, not zombies.
Not zombies.
Not zombies.
At all.
People who've crossed the line.
Fascinating. Thank you so much, Adrian. We're definitely going to be hearing from you again soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I don't know what's up with devs not wanting to call they infected human zombies, like that term at least. Is it because of the relationship with zombies and Resident Evil? They don't want to be Resident Evil? It's like, it's gotta be different, but everybody gonna call them zombies, so.
We have with us Katarzyna Tarnacka, the environmental art director.
Hi. And we have game designer Michał Duzak.
Hello.
So, choices and consequences. The player has to make a choice, and they have to experience or endure the consequences. What does that mean?
Basically, the whole system of choice and consequences is really, really complex.
It's like the
I would say
N-word.
the best way to describe it is that player is making the decisions based on 3 layers. First one are the choices that you do during the main story missions. And those big changes are actually can change the whole game or even how the story ends. The second layer are choices that you do while the quests. And those choices can actually influence the mission itself. And the last one, the last layer is so-called city alignment system. And I, as an open world game designer, would like to focus on.
Please do, go on.
All right, so water and electricity are basically a key to survive in every world. By restoring it, player can not only unlock the water or electricity in the area, but he can also, based on his decision, assign it to one of the factions, which will influence how the district looks like or who's gonna live inside of it. But it also, what is pretty more important for a player, unlock new tools for him, like unique tools for each factions, like car traps, zip lines, or a trampoline. That player can use in exploration to deal with bandits or infected, or simply to move faster through the city. So basically, based on your choices, you shape the game environment.
That's dope.
Which gives you a different experience every time you start a new game. And what is worth mentioning here that Dying Light 2 is playable up to 4 co-op players. So you can host the game or join other players and see how their choices came up differently to your own.
Interesting.
There's one thing I'm really curious about.
The last one was 4 players,
night
right?
versus Day.
Or was it
How
3?
does the gameplay differ from the night
I feel like
and
it was
the
only
day?
3.
Well, the short answer is that day is for humans and night is for the monsters. But to describe it a little bit better, I would say that during the day, humans, factions, bandits, or survivors scavenging the city and searching for some scraps or someone who might have them. And this is the best time for a player to explore the city.
It was
meet
4, okay.
its citizens, learn the stories.
I ain't have
day-to-day
enough friends to
agenda,
play it 4.
Or even simply help them in a quest or open world activities to survive those dark ages.
Yeah, and that sounds quite pleasant, but I'm guessing night changes everything.
Exactly, exactly. During the night, all the infected get out of the buildings. And compared to the Dying Light 1, the night is gonna be even more intense this time. Intense in terms of the amount
Using
of
that
enemies,
good old bed.
the new types and new, more aggressive behaviors. And what is important,
Yo,
this time,
you
night
see the
can
way
be
he
also
turned that corner?
an opportunity for the players or
I've been waiting for that
skilled
ass.
enough to use the fact that all the infected are outside and buildings are accessible to explore them and search for the most valuable loot in the game.
Katarzyna, you're responsible for the post-apocalyptic look of the city. Can you tell us a little bit how about the city became to look that way?
Yes. I guess the important thing to realize is in 2025, a decision was made to use a chemical attack to stop the spread of the Haran virus.
Use it a bad more than
And
return
the result
facts.
is a tight ring of chemically active areas around the city. Some of the chemicals have gotten into the groundwater and spread under the surface, killing every living plant and every living thing in its reach. What it means for the city is that the street levels are virtually dead. The soil is unable to sustain any life, any plant, and the street level is a domain of the monsters, just decaying in every aspect.
Wow. So it sounds like there's just no healthy organic life down there at all.
Not really. The survival on the street level is pretty tough. So the common people are just visitors there, but the life prevailed. It moved up to the rooftops. And this is where the plants are flourishing and blooming in the post-apocalyptic landscape. And this is where people build and develop the new world of Dying Light 2, electricity producing windmills and safe zones for the player. And in a way, in a metaphorical sense,
You got a scythe?
the rooftops are the new default ground floor, the level 0, and trip to the streets is, in a way, a trip underground, a -1 of sorts, just the corpse of a lost civilization.
Yeah, to say the
I like
least.
the- I like the
can't
way
imagine
she
being a
explained
citizen
that.
living in that city, let alone being a player, and how challenging that's going to be.
Yeah, and hold that thought. Thank you very much for joining us today, but it's now time to introduce our next guests.
So I just hope that, like, in this game, the choices actually really impact the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know they said it could be like 4 players in co-op, but everybody can have a whole different game. Like, I really wanted to impact the story. I know a lot of people who play Mass Effect say, like, your choices really do shape how that game plays, even going into the sequels and stuff like that. So what I saw from that last choices video, it definitely seems like it's going to make a major impact, especially the water and electricity distribution and stuff like that. So yeah.
With us now are Bartosz and Peter. And guys, I have one question about the open world in Dying Light 2. How big is it?
It's pretty big.
We know that. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Yes, of course. The map in...
Hold up. So my stream is dropping frames for some reason. What's happening? Oh, am I still live on the same stream? Are we back? Hello? I think I might still be live. Oh, am I? Did it come back? Did it come back? I don't know if this is the same stream video. But if it is, we're going to continue. I don't know what happened. My internet just went out. And I had to reset my router and modem and stuff. So I think we might be back. If anybody in the chat could let me know that we are on the same video feed, I'd appreciate it. I don't know if this is a whole new video feed. This might be the same one. All right, I think it might be the same one. Let's finish the video then. We had like 5 minutes left, so let's finish watching it. Damn.
In Dying Light 2 is divided into 2 huge regions and several zones.
Okay.
There are plenty leftovers from the lost civilization for you to scavenge. But we didn't want our players to perceive the map only horizontally, so we see the map as a multi-level 3D world that supports your traversal and helps you solve parkour puzzles.
Yes, in-house we call it multi-layer open world exploration. And you know, the movement system from Dying Light 1, we remove every restriction from the player. You can move everywhere you want, how you want to do it. And when I think about it, I think that was a big challenge for us to create the geometry that supports all of that. And we did it, and I think we did it well. Doing the same thing in Dying Light 2 wasn't our goal. We want to make one or more step forward to surprise the player expectation. That's why we doubled the number of parkour moves.
Doubled. And I mean, it's not like there was a shortage in Dying Light 1, so what?
Yes, the iconic Dying Light 1 parkour is essential there. We improve it. We double the number of parkour moves. The players will see over
Double the
3,000
number.
different parkour animations.
Wow.
From the basic
3,000,
move,
damn.
to the tricks, to the small little tasty details there that you can see it.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stop you there, but don't hate me because in the next episode, we're gonna be talking more about parkour and how the team have managed to make an authentic urban running experience in Dying Light 2.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for the information. Bartosz, Peter, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The game looking good, but you get what I mean about Cyberpunk presentation.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
this
the
is
last and arguably
is
the
definitely
most
like the
important question
Cyberpunk
I'm sure you have
Night
is,
City
when
episodes.
is the release date?
Yeah, that is a very, 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 very important question.
And luckily, we have the answer. And that answer is the 7th of December.
This year, let's go.
And now that we know
I
the
can't
release date
wait.
of the game, it's time for you to go pre-order it. Go to dyinglight.com/pre-order, select your platform, and then hit pre-order. And there you go. Congratulations. You just pre-ordered one of the most anticipated games of this year. Go you.
Definitely my most anticipated game this year. 'Cause we don't know about Horizon. Oh yeah, the Twitch lead was definitely right.
Oh, wow. I want one.
When
Well,
does
I've
the
got good
Game
news for you
Awards
then,
cut
because
off?
This official figurine is part of the collector's edition of Dying Light 2, and you can get one for yourself if you want. We'll leave like a proper unboxing of the whole set to the professionals, but we do have it all in front of us right now, so it'd be rude not to take a look.
So the Game Awards this year is... Oh no, that was last year. Okay. We don't know about this year yet. Last time. Oh, last year they said the Game Awards cutoff date was between November 15th and the 30th. But we don't know about this year. I don't think it's gonna make it in time. I doubt they do it this late. And I don't think the game has to be released by then. I think they just have to have it played by then. So I don't know. Maybe if they can get the game like 2 weeks early and play it, if it's like, you know, the Game Awards sometime in December, they might
You
be all right.
get, in the collector's edition, a concept art book full of stunning artwork from the game.
December
you get
2nd, you think, this
steel
year?
book, which will have your game inside it, of course. And you get this interesting little sort of UV flashlight. So, yeah.
The slick rose, how you say that
There's
was
all sorts
good.
of vanity elements in here too, like some legendary skin packs, as well as all sorts of digital elements. For more information on these digital elements, please visit the pre-order website. I want this, and I want Dying Light 2.
Kind of thought you'd say that. Well, if you're feeling the same way, then I've got good news because you can pre-order the collector's edition.
Oh, so it has a
However, it is
PS5.
very, very limited, so you'll have to be very quick.
Rest assured, there will be plenty of the standard edition for your standard gamer, but if you're into special editions, there is a deluxe edition of Dying Light 2 with a steel book, legendary pack, and a digital soundtrack, and much, much more.
So
to
we'll probably get
summarize,
like
that's 3
PS5
different
enhancements at a
editions
later
that
date.
you can buy depending on what you're after. And if you just can't wait until release to get immersed in the world of Dying Light 2, then why don't you go check out the Techland Gamers and Goodies website for more info.
Yeah, this is a program for all gamers, whether or not you want updates on Dying Light 2 with the news, or you want Dying Light 2 items in Dying Light 1. Everyone's gonna find something they like there.
Yep, and this is just an initial offering as well. Check back later for even more details, more information, and we'll be going through it in future episodes as well.
Alright.
That's it. Don't forget to pre-order the game and take part in our contests. The details are on the game's website.
And here's a sneak peek at the topic of the next episode. Thank you for watching, and stay safe out there. Bye!
See ya!
I'm loving the enemy types, man. Enemy types look great. So I'm guessing that's gonna be the next episode. They're gonna be talking about the different enemies. Alright. Alright, alright. Oh, that was good. That was good. I can't wait for Dying Light 2. December 7th, 2021. I will be picking that up day one. Hopefully by then I have my new graphics card so I can cop that on PC. Oh, you can scroll the comments in full screen mode? What the hell? I never even knew that. Looks great though. Looks great. I do want to see what like a next gen enhanced version would look like. Cause if any negatives that I have for this video is that, you know, the game just looked like a last gen game. But it is a last gen game. Like we were expecting this game on PS4 and Xbox One and shit like that. So maybe we could see some enhancements, or at least like the PC version. See how that's looking. Other than that, I'm pleased, happy we got a release date. Happy it's this year because I was getting nervous that it was gonna get delayed again till next year. So hopefully no more delays and we can keep that release date. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go get ready for Press Start Podcast. That's going live at 8:30 on Kofi Plays channel. So link down in the description for that. Please go check that out. Hit that like button before y'all dip up out of here. And I'll catch y'all on my next one. Peace. Smooth just got clapped by the second Biome boss and turned Super Saiyan 2. Oh, shit. Do I think Miami is going to get a win or get swept? No. I think they get like a win, maybe two. Actually, are they playing tonight? I think they are playing tonight. Oh, yeah, damn. They losing by for like 12 already. Shit. Yeah, I mean, if they lose this game, then yeah, they getting swept. No doubt in my mind. But we need Miami to hold it down. I don't need Boston. I don't need Milwaukee getting a lot of rest for the series against Brooklyn. Man, we need y'all to fight. Fight back. I'm out, y'all. I'm out. Oh. Peace.